Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. In the last episode I had a bit of a mare fighting all these gargoyles and realising they couldn't be tripped by my ace in the hole, Winter's Grasp. And I just spent some time learning some scrolls and moving some stuff around here. But we need to look deeper into the cave, I believe. I don't know. There's a mobility check here to go to the other side, so let's have a look.
Oh, I failed, didn't I?
Yeah, I probably should have clicked all party rather than just LS there. It's fine, don't worry about it. A Sunrise Sword Crusader, what are you doing over here? We're still alive. Praised by Saranray. Wait, he praised the sun. He praised the sun. That's a Dark Souls reference, 100%. An unidentified ring. What might you be? I like rings, they tend to do powerful things. Oh, a ring of protection +2. I don't suppose I can give that to... Yeah, that's an upgrade for Sealer. I'm class 28, which means I have a ring to give to somebody else. I'm probably going to give it to Woljif, because he is the one who is constantly getting his teeth kicked in. Oh, I should probably heal us all. That jump did some serious damage, didn't it?
Not ending just yet.
Yeah, that's good enough. How bad can it be? It's only a cave full of possible monstrosities. Oh, wait. I do believe it's a dead end. Okay, let's see if we can go back again without hurting ourselves. Fantastic. So, we got the Hell Knights on our side at least. I think that means that all that's left now is to go to the Goblin camp. Which is, you know, exciting. Hopefully goblins aren't... more annoying than gargoyles. Hopefully they're not immune to ice or trip. Not that the gargoyles are immune to ice. They just made my life miserable. We can exit the area. There's nothing up here, I don't think. It looks like all of the Hell Knights and Sun Swords have all buggered off. Have I not picked up any masterworks here? Doesn't look like it. Leave. Okay. Where's my army? Not that army. Not that army. That army? Who are you? You the Hell Knights? Oh. Can I get you guys to merge with those guys? Oops. Hang on. Oh my god. Sorry. There we go. That one. Yeah, go over there. You guys are going to stay out of combat for a while, I feel. Can I get... Can't recruit anymore yet, so we're going to have to send this army. This army's a bit of a problem, I think. We should be able to get past this level 3 army relatively easily, though. Let's pursue them. Death to the demons. Let's just start scorching raying these guys. Who's the biggest threat here? Ah, Blimmerwax are immune to Scorching Ray. Bit of a problem. Let's just blast the cultists, I suppose. Yeah, that worked. Archers. I don't really care about these guys yet. I guess I could smite evil. Soldiers stay there. We're going to let them walk to us. I apparently pressed W, which is not what I wanted to do, but it worked apparently. I'll blast those guys. I'm a little bit worried that the Brimmerwax are going to hurt my dudes, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh dear. Force my archers into melee combat. Let's get rid of that. Nice. Death by cleric. Nice. And we didn't even lose anyone. So before we do the next battle, I think we're going to have to recruit some more units, which is going to be a little bit of a logistical nightmare, but you know. After the battle, one of the soldiers noticed a half-effaced inscription on a nearby stone. What remained of the engraving led the Crusaders to a secluded cave where they found a stash of miscellaneous relics and some selflessly devoted clerics had managed to rescue from fallen Dresden. They also discovered flasks of sanctified oil and boxes of reagents for rituals and sacred masses. It would appear the brave priests hid their sacred artifacts in one final attempt to save them from demonic threat. Energy points times 3, material points times 25. Nice. Right, we're not going to march into that. That's just asking for death. Where is the goblin camp? Yeah, Morbid Ridge. So it is definitely past that demonic army. Fantastic. Well, let's skip the day. Is it worth me moving the army closer? Maybe? I could get rid of that demonic army up there. I might just auto-skip battles, you know? I was toying with the idea of not doing that, but I feel like I'm losing an awful lot of time to just doing battles I don't really care about. A corpse in a tattered scout cape bearing the emblem of the crusade was leading the undead squad. He battled on until he ran out of bolts and desperately tried to conceal his crossbow with his own body, even when the soldiers were hacking off his limbs. Crossbow of Judgment. This +2 heavy crossbow has a critical range reduced to 20. Whenever it threatens a critical hit against an evil or chaotic creature, it is automatically confirmed. Good lord, so that's just like a crit crossbow. Okay, so we can't do anything else in that direction. Okay, skip the day. Let's skip the day a few times until we get to the recruitment phase, and then I'm going to worry about it then. Okay, there we go. Recruitment phase. Oh, I can hire more Hell Knights. Interesting. What I'm probably going to do is just, you know, more footmen, more archers, as you do, and probably more clerics, just because why not? And then we're going to march these guys. Join our other army. I appear to have misplaced it. No, there it is. Hello? Oh my, I need to get rid of some of these armies, don't I? Why can we not? Oh, we can. I was looking in the wrong place. Just completely ignore me. I want all of you guys over in that army. Thank you very much. Is our army now big enough? It's orange. Do I want to risk an orange? Or do I want to just wait another 7 days? Ugh, our morale's getting low, though. How do I want to do this? Oh, lady leveled up. Apparently Mastery of Maneuver's quite good, I think. Oh yeah, increases maximum size of the army by 1. Let's grab that. Means we can now have an extra unit in our army, which was probably going to be... I guess those Hell Knights wouldn't be a problem. Why not? We have them. I'm sure this won't cause problems. Nice. I mean, arguably I'd like to get another unit of... like a mass unit. Lots of guys, but who knows? They're still... Oh no, they're red because we're on the wrong army. Don't suppose adding those Hell Knights made a difference? No. Do I wait another week to try and get more units, or do I just go for it? I could just, you know, save and go for it, see what happens. Let's go with that. If I fail miserably, though, I'm reloading. We won? Oh god. Oh god. Having relieved the last undead from the curse, the clerics found an artifact? Let me just roll that back real quick. I'm going to pretend that didn't happen. And we'll get more tricks. Because that was brutal. That was really brutal. We lost like all of our guys. God damn. Okay, so can I go the other direction, I suppose? As I don't want to just be sitting here doing nothing. I'm going to bring this army up. I'm going to merge them with the other army so I don't end up having loads of armies. It's kind of annoying me. Oh, I'm using the arrows when I can just click. Get in this army. There we go. Can I name the army? Crusader army. I can. Hang on. I'm going to rename this army like main army so I don't keep clicking the wrong thing. There we go. Yeah, let's keep going forward with the main force here. Let's scout ahead. I'm not a huge fan of whatever this is going to be. It's orange. I don't know what that means. I think it means we're walking towards Dresden. An underground hideout. Hey, can she level up again? Oh, she can. Good lord. Cure wounds, heroism, bull's strength. I guess. Cure wounds. Even though I'm just mostly going to be using her for scorching ray the whole time. Oh. Leper's smile. This canyon cuts through the ground like an open sore. The uneven stones of its cliffs are covered with pits and outcroppings, like the cankered skin of a leper. In the depths of the crevice, there are dark burrows leading somewhere deep into the earth. You've never been to this location. Do I have to go as me? As the party? Looks like the case. We're going to want to rest before we go in there. Let's evade the enemy, shall we? There's someone on the road. Random encounter. Hang on. Reckon it's the skeleton man again? Right now, it's a whole lot of ash. Or snow. Well, that's a problem. Okay. It's a bambao. Let's start off with a... I don't have any prayers, never mind. Let's start off with a bless. I didn't cast mage armor, it's fine. It's just 2 banbaos, we should be fine. Oh, that was Walship. I thought that was Sealer. I did not pay attention to what the actual abilities were. It's fine. That'll save you. See? What a hero. Can we get a charge? No, Griffin's in the way. Should have seen that coming. I'm just gonna blast him. Aaron, just shoot him. I don't know if I should turn off grapple when I'm fighting something like this, because it's useful against spellcasters or something I want to keep in place, but otherwise he just kind of loses DPS. Oh, there's a note and a backpack. Hang on. Engraved bracelet. Okay. Masterwork long spears? No, just normal long spears. But a letter. A note written in neat handwriting. Come to my camp if you want to talk. I have much to share with you. A friend. Drawn on the back of the note is a map with crossed lines marking a spot. An inconspicuous camp has been found. Interesting. Make sure there isn't any other bits of hidden stuff off in the sides or anything like that? I don't think there will be, but you never know. Apparently there's... Oh no, those are the band bars. Okay. Not bad. I guess we can see if we can get to this camp. It's up ahead, apparently. I'm going to get to here, then I'm going to camp us, I think. We changed the onion soup? I only changed the thing at a safe space? I guess I can. Alright.
Hand on heart, the first time I saw you face to face, I thought you were like all the other snobs who won't even spare 2 words for people lower than them. But you're all right.
Of course I mix freely with the lower classes. It is the simplest way to enrage the stuffy gatekeepers of high society.
That's quite good, I like that. Oh yes, of course I talk to poor people. It makes everybody else angry. Day 3, month Lamachan, year 4715. Danger and distress rest heavy upon the scales, their measure soaring on the perilous march to Dresden. The army moves steadily along the bank of the West Selen, scarred with canyons and ravines. Suddenly, a group of scouts returns. Anevia, the leader of the group, makes 2 urgent signs to the soldiers: wait and quiet. She dashes through the ranks to the commander, who awaits her report. "We're in trouble," he whispers. "The road ahead is split by a canyon. To get to Dresden, we'll have to go down and then up the other side. But the canyon is swarming with foul creatures. Vescavors. A real pain in the neck. They won't shy away from our soldiers' weapons, and they've already managed to gobble someone up. Look like a caravan of refugees from Canabras that lost its way. No one has ever reported Vescavors so far from the centre of the world wound. Where do they come from?" Nevia bites her lip. "They still haven't noticed us, but that won't hold true for long. Maybe if we retreat quietly." The commander makes a sign for her to stop. What else is known about the enemy? Those nasty little critters, they can ruin your gear and drive you nuts with their buzzing, Anevia says in a rush. "They've got a queen, the mother of the whole swarm. She's a right horror, but if we kill her, the bulk of the swarm will scatter, and we'll take care of the rest of them somehow." After hearing her scout's report, the commander prepares to convene a council. The commander and her companions convene a field council. The army cannot march around the obstacle, for there is no other road. Retreat is far too risky. Should the swarm notice the army and catch it out in the open, no one would survive. None utters the word trap, but fear hangs in the air. A swarm of omnivorous beasts just happens to be in the army's path. Someone has arranged this for their own nefarious ends. Rustling, grating, squeaking, humming, everyone hears the voice of the swarm, though the sky before the army remains clear for now. How long until it is darkened by the flying swarm of the abyss? An idea, a decision, straight and sharp like a soldier's sword, appears in their minds. The Crusader Council grows grim. One unit must act as live bait to lure the swarm out of the canyon and clear the path to the Vescavor Queen. The commander will rush the monster, killing her quickly before the swarm decimates the army. They will get but one chance. A dark question looms. Who will lead the fateful squad and be consumed as bait? In a moment of extreme stress, one often says one thing while meaning quite another. These hidden words often reveal many a curious thing. And what do we see here? Irabeth nobly states, "I am an officer, best suited for the mission," and in truth she means I cannot burden another with my responsibility. "LS, send me." Nura, the historian, emerges with an unexpected suggestion from behind the commander's back. This is the sort of situation where ingenuity and knowledge of the enemy will be more useful than swords and armor. While she speaks, she thinks, I need to prove myself. The Queen has yet to disclose her presence and watches quietly from the distance. The commander thinks that she should look into the faces of your companions. Let's try that one. The Hell Knight Regil steps forward. My people will fight to the last, even as the swarm tears through our armor and strips the flesh from our bones. But his motives are plain. My superiority over the Crusaders will not permit me to cower behind them. I've eaten so many bugs in my life, it's only fair to give them a chance at revenge. The mongrel Lan hides his fear in plain sight. I'm a dead man walking already. A life such as mine is worthless, and silently he begs for more. Sacrifice me or give me a chance to prove myself. The ones who distract the swarm will need a healer. Toasil is the only one who speaks plainly. A healer might bring a few through the Vescavors alive. The rest of the council remains silent, and the silence is filled by a chorus of, "There are others better suited, and the commander needs me alive." Does the commander hear these unspoken words, or will they lead her to decide? The fateful troop will be led by... Okay, so that's added 3 more. Regil, Lan, and Soasil. Obviously, my first choice is probably Regil, because if it goes wrong, at least I don't like him. Soasil could heal them? Kind of makes sense. He's a very good healer, but does he sacrifice himself to heal others? Let's go with Soasil. The commander and her party disappear among the rocks, preparing to slip down into the canyon, while the swarm is distracted by their bait. A tight-lipped Nevia shows the way. Behind them, the final preparations are being made. Soasil's eyes grow cloudy for a moment. There are few creatures as abominable for a fellow of Shaylen as Vescavors, devourers of flesh and destroyers of matter. This trial will not be easy. The soldiers tread fearfully down the road toward the dark edge of the canyon ahead. The rift that yawns open before them whispers, rasps, rattles in thousands upon thousands of voices. Vescavors gather below, but the sky is open above them, and the flying creatures might rise up and attack at any moment. The soldiers soon find the first body, the mangled corpse of a refugee from Canabras. A few straggling Vescavors wriggle inside the dead man's gaping chest, tiny larvae in greenish shells, all shuffling legs and hinging jaws. They don't seem menacing at all. But then, the rasping noise stops for a moment, and a high vibrating note pierces the air with new force. A blur of a blackish green cloud rises above the canyon. The swarm has taken the bait. The time to act has come. The leader of this fateful squad shouts that they shall hold position, I guess. I mean, Soasil can't heal you if you're all over the place. That's my current plan anyway. Standing in the middle of a formation of soldiers, Soasil utters a prayer to Shaylen. From the outside, it would appear that the cloud of Vescavors will in a moment fall from above and destroy their forces utterly. Hundreds of spawn of the abyss gnaw on bodies and armor, destroying as they consume. But the cleric's power flows forth in waves, healing the wounds of his comrades, as if understanding who is to blame for the unexpected resistance. The spawn cover Soasil like a living carpet. servant of Shilin, trembles, but does not move or halt his prayers. The soldiers look on with awe, as though they are witnessing a holy miracle. Temporary success holds no true hope for the faithful troop. Their foe is no great beast, but a million ravenous creatures bringing with them the eternal hunger of the abyss. To fight them was to cry upon the wind. Their only hope was to rely on their commander and hope that she was preparing to slay the Swarm Queen. What was happening down in the canyon at that very moment? Let's have a look. Oh my god, this seems rough. We'll take our current party. Oh no, I'm going to save just in case this all goes horribly wrong. This is mean. Right, first things first though, as everyone keeps reminding me, maybe I should cast Mage Armor. Where is Mage Armor? Didn't I put it on my bar? Oh, it's right there. Bloody idiot. It's right next to the snowball. I couldn't work out if it was worth doing it on Bullshift, but let's just get it done. Right, okay, this noise is going to drive me insane. Let's speak to Anemia. Spots of light and shadow dance along the walls of the canyon. High above your head a swarm gathers, dark as a rain cloud. There are so many Vescavors that they block out the sun. Luckily, you've escaped the attention of the swarm, which is focused upon the troops you're using as bait. For now, at least. With a tired gesture, Enevia wipes the sweat and dust from her forehead. There's anxiety in her eyes. Commander, the beast we've come for is on the other end of the main corridor. There's a lot of burrows and plenty of beasts in them, but you better not delve too deep. Our people won't hold out long enough for us to clear out the whole area. On the other hand, I saw the bodies of some poor caravanners down one of the side holes. They have some valuable stuff on them. The bugs will eat anything we don't grab. They can't tell the difference between flesh and steel. Wait. So they're eating all the treasure while we're standing around talking? What are we hanging around for? Come on, there's no time to lose. Can you tell me anything useful about the monster? I've never fought these before, so I don't know much. She's a nasty beast. She spits acid and summons her spawn from all around the area. One more thing. When I tried to get closer, I started feeling sick as a dog. I guess, like a lot of demons, he knows how to get inside your head. Well, great. Huge, hungry, head-spinning, acid-spitting bugs. And I thought the Crusades were all about the pretty armor and the tasty rations, and sometimes saving beautiful maidens in white dresses from dumb demons. Did you manage to find out where the beasts came from? Not sure. There are clear signs of a ritual closer to the Queen Bug's lair, and they're fresh. Maybe somebody summoned the scum specifically for us? The demon filth figured out that we were never going to let Canabarus go? Too bad we don't have a magic specialist who could figure out what those runes mean. Do we not? Good luck. I'm right behind you, covering your back. I'll catch up when it's time to deal with the Queen. Okay, we don't have a magic specialist. Are you serious? I feel like I got volunteered for this rubbish. Couldn't we volunteer some big mage?
Do not fear.
Okay.
Do not waver.
So, luckily, because we're on, like, normal mode rather than, you know, super easy mode, I don't think grappling a swarm's going to help too much, so I'm going to... oh, grapple was already off. Can I death from above? Yeah, swarms, we won't have to worry too much because we won't have to use, like, area of effect attacks. We should just be able to shoot them normally.
I will see to your demise. Endure this.
Small part of me thinks I'd probably get away with not being on turn-based mode for this. Let's turn off turn-based mode. I'm going to save the game again until we get to the Queen.
This is my time to shine.
Oh god, which is the way to go? I hope there isn't actually a timer here.
Precision and grace.
Might be trapped.
Yeah,
Might
I
be
figured.
treasure.
I figured it's probably going to be quicker to do it like that for the little swarms, unless there's hundreds of them. Jasper, simmering pollen, handful of gems, and some onions. I need those for my soup! Ooh, a shirt. A magical shirt. Pearl, gold coins. Is that shirt good for Lan? Lan's been naked this whole time. This robe grants its wearer a +1 dodge bonus to armor class and a +2 enhancement bonus to attack and damage rolls with unarmed attacks. Only a monk can wear it. I mean, he's not doing unarmed attacks, but... Oh my god! Lan, you've got some clothes! Oh. Okay. That's all we're looting. I feel like looting 2 things was bad. Where is this damn queen? Well, that sounded fun.
Yet another obstacle.
Your time
Blast
is
it.
over.
Okay, Sealer's armor strong enough here. I don't think this is the way to the queen. The bottom of the canyon is split by a narrow crevice, about 1 stride across at its widest. It's easy enough to jump over, or in places, even step across. The obstacle doesn't seem like a problem, or even particularly notable. But as you draw closer, you hear a terrible droning sound coming from the crevice. It seems to be howling, as if it's alive. Let's look. You stare into the darkness of the void, trying to make out where the strange sound is coming from. All at once, but your eyes pick out the contours of a body in the darkness. Someone small, perhaps a gnome, a halfling, or a child, rolled up in a ball at the bottom of the chasm. Under a stone ledge, he's crouched down, his head to his knees, and he's hugging his legs tightly. It appears to be one of the caravanners caught by the swarm. He's crying aloud, one continuous tone, and it strengthens as it echoes through the crevice, building into something truly haunting. Can we get him out? Not without effort, you manage to clamber down to the bottom of the crevice, tie the halfling with a rope and pull him up. He doesn't resist, but he's little help either, dangling helplessly like a puppet. The Vescavors inhabiting his eye sockets seem to have eaten their fill, and you easily pull them out and crush them. Their victim sits on the ground and continues to cry, and the sound begins attracting unwanted attention. You hear the humming of disturbed Vescavors above. A mass of them separates from the main swarm. God, should have just left him to die. The halfling you pulled from the crevice didn't move at all as you fought the onslaught of Vescavors. He's still lying on the floor, crying. I'm gonna heal him and come back for him later. Magic can heal the caravanner's wounds, but not his mind. For now, there's nothing more you can do for him. He seems scarcely aware of your help, and his crying and shrieking continues. A moment later, you hear another scream from overhead. Leaning precariously over the ledge of the crevice above, one of your men falls to the bottom and dies upon the rocks. The other soldiers, now serving as bait, are up there desperately fighting for their lives. And yours. Crap. We lost 5 morale because I saved a random caravanner. Why did I do that? Screw those guys. Okay, this is the runes. A huge runic circle has been drawn on the rock, probably with blood. Hey look, it's a Vescavor queen. Let's turn on turn-based mode.
How cute!
I suppose I can just get a cheeky snowball in here, no? No, let's not do that. That's stupid. Let's send... Did I just throw a snowball at a griffin accidentally? Wow, that was probably the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. Let's just... Can we all just pretend that didn't happen? I swear, what I wanted to do was move Cedar up slowly so she was the aggro. Sealer, right. Are you evil? Let's actually look at what you are. Right, you are a chaotic evil outsider. Fantastic. It has fast healing. Regains hit points at an exceptional rate. Oh no. So it's going to try and heal itself, huh? It's not immune to anything. It does have acid spit. Swarm Mother seems bad. Summon a swarm to aid her in combat. Chaos Aura. Its aura is a font of anarchic energy that grants fast healing 2 to the queen as well as any swarm. Oh no. Right. Yeah, we're definitely smiting evil here. Or challenging evil? Can I have smite? I must be thinking of challenge evil. Well, this won't be a problem. Alright. Darren, you can just give us a good old prayer, mate. Oh. Lee. Oh, no. That hit really hard. Can I grab the queen? I can grab the queen. Fantastic. And Nevia's here. Oh my god, I was wondering who was doing the shooting. Let's get some extra attacks in here. Let's quickly turn that off so it stops popping up.
Make every strike count.
You know what? Do you know what bugs really don't like? Scorching rays. I missed concealment, damn it. Tried. Here we go. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use the Tankard of Free Spirit. I'm going to summon some Azatas. Because I haven't done this yet and I want to see what it does. Look at how cool you are! Do I get to control her at some point, or is that just gonna exist and do its own thing? Oh, no, there it is. I don't actually know what is the benefit of the Azata. Can I get information on my own unit? I actually don't know. I don't think I can. I can get... I don't know, I can get information on enemies, but not my own units. That seems a bit weird. Let's just hit her. Nice. Darian, I know you did a prayer earlier, but can you do a bless, please? Nice. Alright, it's about to do something. Hasn't summoned a swarm yet. Oh my good god. Okay, we might want to heal. Sealer. Good Christ. This is fine. Let's go for another extra attack.
You've crossed the wrong mark.
Come on, Lan. Good man. Oh my god, Lan. You're evil. You're pure evil. Can I get to a flanking maneuver with... Bullshit? Stay invisible for a second. Oh, it's a giant harp. That's so cool. I don't know what it did, but it's cool. I gotta throw a snowball at the just... I don't make the rules. Did I just kill a giant bug with a snowball? Yes, I did. Unleashing her last shriek, the Swarm Queen slumps to the ground. Immediately, as if by magic, the distant sounds of battle begin to subside. Several small beasts sit on their mother's body, sinking their mandibles into it. The canyon drowns in the waves of scent, as sweet, zephyric, with a hint of bite, like the crackle in the air before a storm. Oh, I can't breathe. I need some fresh air. Get me out of this disgusting hole. Agreed. Mind you, I've had cause to see holes a good deal more disgusting than this in my life. Darian laughs suggestively, but they were few and far between. Seela looks at Darren in confusion, and a second later bursts into giggles. Have the fumes got to your head, Count? Look at you, cracking jokes like the worst kind of bored. Lan looks askance at the queen's carcass. The mongrels in the caves under Canabras could eat that, I guess. Nevia approaches the swarm queen's body. Her face clearly expresses a desire to kick the dead beast. She refrains. Just a brainless bug, and so many of our people died because of her. Just yesterday I was sitting by the fire with some of the people the swarm devoured. Suddenly, Nevia stops. Her nostrils flare and her eyes scan the floor and the walls of the canyon. She squats, pokes at some lumps of slimy substance, lifts some up to look more closely, smells them, and cringes. Nevia, is something worrying you? Aha! Nevia rubs a ball of greenish slime in her hand. I bet my life that your gear had this nasty stench when we were entering the canyon. I saw the queen bug spraying it around to summon her spawn to her. Oh, let's see if we can find the source of that smell among my equipment. A perfumed handkerchief. You and Nevia search through your things and quickly find the source of the smell. A thin handkerchief. Looks like it's been soaked in something like the swarm queen's slime. I'll be damned. When the queen was spraying this sweet-smelling goop around, the swarm flew to it like flies to jam. The chewed-up bodies of the caravaneers smelled like this too. I checked. Commander, I think some rat planted that handkerchief on you to ensure that the Vescavors would find you. Careless has been tagged for assassination already? Our commander's all grown up. Despite his airy tone, Aaron looks discomforted. Thought this crusade couldn't get any worse, and now we have a mysterious traitor who is trying to feed us to a swarm of repulsive insects. And there I was thinking you'd be the first in line to feed me to some repulsive bugs. I'm going to say nothing. Seeing that you're not going to answer, Darren shrugs indefinitely. Looks like I have some enemies in Mendev, and someone has decided to get rid of me. True, nobody likes upstarts. If you knew what Irabeth's allies hissed behind her back when she was appointed head of the Eagle Watch, Nevia spits. Anyway, we need to keep our eyes open. That handkerchief could have been planted here by magic, but take it from personal paranoiac. I think we've got a rat in our camp. In Canabras, we squashed the cultists time and time again. They were like maggots in a dead hog. Some could have infiltrated our forces too. We have to keep our eye open and our guard up. It's time we got back to our people. I say we destroy the Queen's body. I've heard the little bugs who eat the flesh of their mother can be reborn as swarm queens themselves. That's kind of the last thing we need, right? So I can tell Nevia to get rid of the body, but if I was evil, I can burn the body, but gather as much of the Queen's slime as you can. Keep it secret from the troops. In Dresden, we'll send in a suicide unit, wait for the demons to gather their forces, and then bring in the Vescavors. We'll return this gift to those who would destroy us with it. Good God, that's mean. That's very mean. And I have a funny feeling that's probably going to tie into one of the evil mythic paths? But that doesn't bother me, so get rid of the beast's body. Great. Cleaning up after a fight is just what I like. We'll start here, and little by little, we'll clean up the entire world wound. Does this Azada just follow me around? Because it's so cool. Look at it. It has a harp, wings, snake's tail, but you know, you can't have everything. I love the way that Waljif is just invisible still. It's just chilling. Anevia, Commander, what a relief. You're alive. I saw the swarm begin to thin and ran to you immediately. He pauses to catch her breath. He's alive! Sociel wipes the sweat from his brow. My squad handled the assignment. I healed everyone I could, but my warriors have had quite a fright. It's not very pleasant to be eaten alive, then healed, then eaten and healed again. I knew I could rely on you. What happened up there can't be described in words, but you were the one who carried the day, Atlas. There are many dead and wounded. To be honest, I feared the whole army was about to scatter. We've been in the world wound for such a short time, and already we've run into so much trouble. What matters is that it's over. So we have good, let us mourn all that died. Their sacrifice will not be in vain. Lawful, in war, losses are inevitable. You need to be prepared for that. Lawful being a dick again. Chaotic, you've survived a trial and received our reward, albeit not without sacrifice. But in the end, what is life without risk? Or evil. The soldiers carried out their task and drew the swarm away from us. Why feel sorry for a sacrificed pawn? Good frickin' god. I'm going to go with chaotic here. But in the end, what is life without risk? Oh dear. Nora shivers. What are we going to do now? Since you're here, please take a look around. I found some painted runes and traces of something that seemed like a ritual. We need to figure out what this is. Ah, easily done. Nora leans over the magic symbols painted on the stone. I'm no mage, unfortunately, but I'm in the habit of thoroughly documenting all descriptions of rituals and symbols from magic books, especially demonic ones. Someone very recently opened a portal to the abyss here and summoned someone. Not difficult to figure out who they summoned. She's lying dead right there. I can guess who carried out the ritual. Handwriting is unique, even when it comes to runes. I examined the Grey Garrison after your success, documenting everything I found for Queen Galfrey. And I'm sure that the hand that drew the rune circles was the same in both instances. It's the work of the same spellcaster. Clever, to set a trap and exhaust us instead of fighting us openly. You know, we had that book experience a few episodes ago where we were pulled to a summoning circle and we resisted it by being a human and being stubborn. Is it this summoning circle? We shouldn't be afraid of demons. We lived through this little trap, didn't we? We'll overcome the next one too. We just need to keep forging ahead. Well, since we finished off the swarm and we know someone is giving us trouble, I suggest we get out of here. I'm done with bugs. Okay. Keep our party the same. Is there any loot around here? Oh, the swarm is no more. The abyss will fall silent in these lands for a while. But I think I will end this episode here. We got quite a lot done. I didn't die. Makes a first. So, thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel and the coffee supporters. It really does help me keep making these videos and keep the channel going. And as always, I'll see you next time.